Real talk. She's so cool and she rocks. Italian beauty, name is Italian beauty. Let's go. She's so cool and she rocks. She's so cool and she rocks. Real talk.
Welcome everybody to Real Talk with Derline Lewis. I am Derline Lewis. What do we talk about on Real Talk? Listen, anything and everything. The only disclaimer is that you have to be real, you have to be honest, and you have to be authentic. That's the only criteria we have for you on Real Talk. So if you'd like to be a guest, you know what to do. But tonight I have a special guest for you. And she's just as fly as I am. I know. We'll be right back with Real Talk with Derline Lewis.
Real talk. She's so cool and she rocks. Italian beauty, name is Italian beauty. Let's go. She's so cool and she rocks. She's so cool and she rocks. Real talk.
All right, welcome back to Real Talk with Derline Lewis. As you know that our show is a part of the JMHD production and for Jasper TV. We have to support each other in order for us to grow and expand, and in order for us to get the respect that we so have earned and deserve. So you are watching Real Talk with Derline Lewis, and my guest tonight on Real Talk is none other than the fabulous, the undeniable Anna Jamal. Anna, introduce yourself to the people.
Hi, Derline.
Hi,
I'm so happy to be here today. I know I like the warm welcome. Thank you very much. Thanks for inviting me. Thanks for having me. The full name is Anatine Datus. I go by Anna, shorter. And I'm married with 4 kids, 2 boys, 2 girls. And I'm a businesswoman. That's all
Well, we're going to get all up in her business tonight, okay? She already put it out there. She's married, 4 children, and she's a businesswoman. So since you led with you being married, we're going to get to that. How long have you been married?
Oh, 15 years now.
15 years.
15 years.
And you have 4 children. How many boys, how many girls?
2 boys and 2 girls.
Girl, listen, you
Yeah.
just played your cards right.
I
Huh? And now, the business. I know it's not just one.
Oh yeah, and then he did not start it like a business. So at first I studied medicine. I used to be a doctor in Haiti. That's where I started.
What kind of doctor?
I did like the general
Practitioner? Okay.
practice.
Okay.
And then after I was done with my with everything, I started to work in a hospital.
Okay.
Then moved here.
Okay.
And that's when everything changed.
So I had the honor and the privilege of interviewing another doctor who was a doctor in Haiti, but he was able to come here and transition. And he didn't go into orthopedics like he was practicing in Haiti, but he was able to go to general practice. So is that something if you could have done, you would have done, or you didn't know about it?
At first, it was my idea when I came here to continue.
Okay.
But I'm a woman of faith.
Okay.
I believe also, I pray, and I go by what God's telling me to do.
Okay.
So when I moved here after 2 years, I prayed and then got all my documents filled out. And then guess what? I never got a sign from God.
Wow.
And then besides, like, while waiting for a sign, God gave me something else.
What did he give you?
He gave me businesses.
What kind of business? Let's talk about, we're going to mind your business and real talk, okay? Well, let's start with the first business. What's the first business you went into?
Okay, so I started, like, when I came here, like, waiting to be a doctor to continue. I went to being a behavior therapist.
Okay, so
Okay, from there, my husband started the driving school.
Okay.
So I was still doing my thing and then watching him from far until in 2020, I decided to join.
okay, so you
And that's
collaborated
where-
with him.
Exactly, and we started working together with the driving school, but we'll talk about a little more about
Okay.
the driving school. And after the driving school, I did several stuff. Like I own a cleaning business as well, and we also do tax services,
Okay.
immigration. A little,
So you have several offices. So you have a
Yeah.
cleaning business, and then you have a tax services, and you have immigration, or is it a multi-service?
It's like a multi-service.
Okay,
It's
all in
not
one.
All in one.
Is
It's
the
not
traffic
just one.
school included in that too?
The traffic school is separate.
Separate. Okay, so you have the traffic school, and then you have a multi-service that covers taxes and the
Immigration.
and then the cleaning.
The cleaning business.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So listen, she told you. We said we're going to be real, and Miss Anna here is being as real can be. So talk to me about your beautiful, precious jewels, your kids.
Okay, so
See how she
mine.
lights up? You see how she lights up? Okay.
I got it. They're wonderful children. So my daughter's 15. She just turned like 15 this year.
Oh, congrats.
She wanted to get her license at 15. So at 15,
You guys on a traffic school, so
Yeah.
teacher.
So she's in high school, and then my second child's a boy.
Okay.
And then after that, the third one is a girl and then a
Okay.
boy.
Oh, so you did it. Girl, boy, girl, boy.
Definitely.
Oh my God. Okay. So tell me, how do you balance the cleaning business, the taxes, the immigration, the traffic school, and the house?
Okay, this is gonna it's a little complicated, but the cleaning business, it's not really. I don't do much. I
Okay.
just have
So
to.
you signed
Exactly.
Okay.
I got a team that
that
does all
does the
the
cleaning
work.
and you sign them. Okay, so that's cool. So
That's
you've delegate, you just manage that one. Okay, so you can allocate your time how you want. So what
Exactly.
takes your time?
I think sometimes it's a driving school and being a
driving school.
wife and a mother.
Okay. So see, remember, I don't know if you guys seen the introduction to Real Talk. Real Talk is an opportunity, it's a platform for you to talk about you the woman, you the man, because a lot of times when you go see your doctor, you forget your doctor's a person. Before they're a doctor, they are a man or a woman. So in your case, you're a traffic school owner, but you are a woman, you are a mother, you are a wife, you are a daughter. I'm sure you have sisters and brothers, so you're siblings. So you wear a lot of hats. So we are each gifted 24 hours in the day. So I do not like to hear when people say I don't have time, because you didn't make
You
time.
got 24 hours. You got to manage it.
Manage it. You got to allocate your time. And if you don't allocate your time to what is important for you and what needs to be done, someone else will do it for you.
Definitely.
The fires you put out every day. All right. So how do you do that? How do you maintain this here that I'm looking at right now? And, Miss Fabulous. And then the 4 kids, and then the husband, and the traffic school. You still have to do some work with the cleaning. And then you have the immigration and the tax services.
So the driving school takes like
most time.
The most time after like my family, my children, and my
Okay.
husband. It's a driving school.
Okay.
Because I spend all my days in the driving school.
Okay.
But with the kids, it's not really complicated because they understand and they help out a little bit.
That's
in
what I
the
was going to
business.
say. Kids are really good. They love to have responsibilities. So if you help them and guide them and assign them some stuff, they want to do it right because they
And
want
we
to
get
impress
them
you.
involved in
Yes.
the business. We make them understand that it's your business.
That is so
It's
true.
not just ours.
It's their
but
legacy.
Exactly.
Okay.
So my daughter started. She did last summer. She worked for us
Okay.
at the driving school. She helped
Nice.
out a little bit.
That's why she wants her license. She's like, listen, I already paid my dues. Now it's time for me to get my driving privileges.
Yep. And then being a wife, it's a big job. Being a wife and a businesswoman at the same time, it's not easy.
Because you have to be attentive to your husband's needs and your needs. Because a lot of times what happens in relationships is that either the man or the woman neglects themselves to take care of the opposite, their partner. And that doesn't look good, because then the partner doesn't really respect you, because they see you deteriorating, you're gaining weight, you're not shaving, you're not taking care of yourself, you know. But then the opposite happens, where everybody's focusing on themselves and not taking care of each other. So there's got to be a balance.
Yeah, so we got to be careful not to focus only on the financial part, like the business, and then take some time to go on vacation, take care of your husband, spend time together. Like, even we have 4 kids, sometimes we take vacations just
the two of us, of course,
just to have some
before
good
you
time.
had the kids. I used to tell my kids, before I was your mother, I was a wife, and before I was a wife, I was a woman. So I'm going to take care of my womanhood, then I'm going to take care of my role as a wife, then I'm going to take care of my role as... They're like, oh, we come last? I said, no, you don't come last, because listen, you know how when we're in the plane, because I have sons, so I have to paint pictures for them. I said, you know, when we get on the plane and the hostess is saying that, stewardess, if something happens and the oxygen mask comes down, you need to put your mask on
simulated
first. Yes. I said, you have to put your mask on first before you can help someone else. So if I'm not healthy,
you won't be able to help
physically,
anybody.
I can't take care of you. If I'm not healthy mentally, I can't take care of you. If I'm not healthy spiritually, I can't take care of you. So I got to take care of me, the person. Then I got to take care of me, my role as the wife, so that both my husband and I will be healthy enough to take care of the two of you.
Definitely. This is so true.
Oh, I know. Listen, Mama. So that I love to talk about work and life balance, because a lot of times people want to talk about, oh, their jobs, and they're so fabulous at their jobs and stuff, but you're never home. So your kids don't know who you are. Your spouse doesn't know who you are. And you're living in 3,500 square feet, 5,500 square feet. You have a nice pool you've never been in. You have a spa. You have a jacuzzi you've never been in. The kitchen, you don't even cook in it. Everything is carry out, bring it, you know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're thinking about.
And that's okay. Like, you know, during season, like you said, you have a tax business.
Yeah.
So if the traffic school's taking
It's seasonal, yeah.
It's seasonal. So from January to like April, May, and you add taxes January to May on top of the traffic school that's already taken time, I can see the food being catered in, or getting a private chef like my son. My son does private, he's a private chef. So he goes to people's houses and he prepares meal. He does meal prepping. So that's a need during those 4 or 5 months.
Exactly. Sometimes when you're in business and you have your family, your life to take care of, you got to get help.
Yes.
Get some help. Get
Don't be
somebody,
afraid to
hire
ask for help.
somebody. Like when tax season comes,
you're busy.
I need an additional secretary,
Yes.
because she's not going to be able to do the same load of work.
Yes.
And then myself, I need time.
Yes.
So I'm not going to take all the load over myself.
Yes.
I need help. And then most of the time we neglect that part. We don't want to spend the money, but
you end up spending
more.
3 times. And I'll tell you how. You're tired.
Yeah,
you're taking on
exhausted.
too much work. You're cranky with your husband. You're cranky with the kids. So now everybody's hurting.
And you're not doing a good job
And
at
you're not
either,
doing a good
because
job
you
at
don't-
either.
yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes it's worth it to pay that extra $10, $12, $15 for those 4 or 5 months.
Definitely.
And then the person may work out so well that business picks up and you're available year round and give them
And
a
you'll
job
be
year
more
round.
available to take on more clients.
Yes.
Because you got more time, you got
Yes.
some help. You
Yes.
just do the final touch.
Yes. Look at that. I like that. I like how you wink. You just do the final touch. Look at the camera and go ahead. You just do the final touch.
You
and
do the
wink.
final touch.
And give him the wink. Because I got the wink. I don't think they saw the wink. But that makes sense. The icing, the cherry, you've heard that, the icing on the cake, the cherry on top. Because a lot of times in business, especially as women, we are told you're either supposed to stay home and raise kids, or if you go to work, then you're a bad mom. There's a lot of guilt that's already built around that. Oh, listen, it's still going on. We're in the 21st century and it's still going on. There's a lot of guilt, and there's a lot of women that they're rising up the corporate ladder. They're getting VP roles, and they're presidents, they're CEOs, CFOs. But then they come home and they feel like, oh, I miss so-and-so's play. Oh, I miss this, I miss that. Work and life balance.
Yep. And then I think most Haitian men, we need to educate them. Because even you're still doing like you work full time.
They still expect you to
They
come home
still
and cook,
expect-
clean, do the laundry, clean the house.
Even if you got some help, you got people to help you cook. Like you said, we can
Yeah.
have a chef,
Yeah.
come to your house.
You
and
can have
do it.
somebody come and
But
clean the
they're
house.
still expecting you. Okay, I don't mind sometimes. On Sundays, if I have I have the time, I'm available. I can cook you a good meal. I
Yeah.
love cooking, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
And then,
What's your favorite dish to make?
Oh, I'm good in all of them.
But what's your favorite one?
I love lalo.
Lalo. Okay.
Lalo, and
so is that
I-
what your husband likes?
No, he likes lambi.
He likes
he's
lambi.
from
My mother and I were just
from the
talking about
south.
lambi. Okay, yeah. We were just
Yeah.
talking about, she's got some tui for me and some fresh jonjon from Haiti and poivette that she peeled for me. So she's like, oh, you're going to make a nice jus with poivette and jonjon and tui.
Oh, yeah.
She's like, you can throw some shrimp in there. And then I said, did you take care of my
Gave
cook
you all
yet?
the recipe.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I know how to cook.
Yes,
but
so
like I
yeah.
said, I get that. So during these seasons, because right now the kids are a season, and that's what this older lady shared with me when my kids were little. My kids are in their 20s now, but when they're little, she shared with me. She's like, "You're always gonna have dishes to wash. You're always gonna have clothes to wash, and your house is always going to need to be cleaned." Be grateful. The reason the dishes are dirty is because you have food to eat. That dirty, when I tell you this stayed with me forever. Be grateful that the clothes you have to wash is because you had the possibility to buy clothes. And be grateful that you have a house in order that it's get dirty that you need to clean it.
Yeah.
She's like, but the time that you spend with your kids right now, seeing them grow up, going to the plays, going to the basketball, football games and soccer games, whatever they're in,
You're making memories.
that's the season right now. That is for the rest of their life. So she's like, sit down with yourself, manage your time. When 2 days a week is laundry day, what are those 2 days? Doing even food. My mother taught me this. Cooking a lot of my stuff, prepping them ahead of time. Having all my beans boiled because we don't use canned beans. 3 different kind of beans, have them pre-boiled. Different stuff. Having the meat pre-seasoned, sometimes already preheated up.
ready to go.
15, 20 minutes tops, I can give you a meal.
Yeah.
Because things have
That's
already
a
been
good
prepped.
thing.
Yeah, things have already been prepped. So
Yeah, I need
right
to
now,
get
let's say
that.
I need to go after my talk with you now. I'll get home probably 8 o'clock. Let's say I get home at 8 o'clock and I need to cook something. It's going to take me 8:30. We're going to be done. We're going to be sitting at the table eating. Because most of my stuff has been prepped. But that prep day is Saturday. And it's a lot of work. Maybe your prep day is Monday. Some people I know they take Wednesday off. It's good because it's not a weekend. So the
Middle.
stores are not that crowded. And you can go to the store after you drop off the kids at school. I mean, you can arrange it however you want to. But sit down with yourself. And that's what she told me. Sit down with yourself. Look at the activities of the kids. So to this day on, every time I'm doing stuff, I always look at the calendars. Like my son plays basketball in college. So I put all his scheduled games on my calendar. And I rotate my schedule around that. So I don't miss his games. And I'm planning on going to go see his games live.
Yeah.
So I try when I try to go see him, he's in South Carolina. I try to go where I can catch 3 or 4 games. So I'm going for like 4 days, and I can catch a game on Wednesday, a game on
very
Saturday.
good.
Oh yeah, everything we're each gifted 24 hours. Whether you're poor, rich, black, white, Asian,
Equally.
Haitian, every single body who takes this breath in is gifted 24 hours.
Yep.
Now
Depends on how.
You are in charge of that 24 hours. Some part of it, if you work for a company that wants you there 9 to 5, then you don't have access to that. But what about the other 12 hours? What
That's
about the
yours.
other 10 hours? What about, the commuting time? And be realistic. If it takes you 30 minutes to drive from home to work and from work to home, that's an hour. So when you're doing your 24-hour chart, take out an hour.
In good condition, good weather condition.
Good weather. So when it's bad, cushion it. Do 130. Do an hour and 30 minutes so you're not rushing. But I'm just saying, realistically, we can manage our time to the best of our ability, to things that you have control over. But also she told me, give yourself some flex time for just downtime. Because I had every single hour programmed. And she's like, no. She's like, you need an hour where it's nothing.
It's just you.
Just you.
With yourself.
If your sister calls you and say, hey, I'm going to the mall, do you want to join me? You have that. But if everything is programmed, oh no, you should have called me 3 weeks ago. I have 3 weeks mapped out.
Yeah, you're too busy.
You have to be a little flexible. Yeah. And my friends used to say that to me. They said, every time I talk to you, I don't invite you to the plays. And I love plays. I love theater. I love spoken word. I love poetry. And she's like, oh, well, last week we went to, I said, you didn't invite me. She's like, when I talk to you, you sound like you had 1,000,010 things going on.
Everything's already planned.
And I'm like, you know what? I had to go back to that lady when my kids were like 4 or 5, when she shared that with me. And I said, I'm bringing that back. So that's one thing that we always cover on all of my shows. Time allocation. How do you balance work and life? So back to you.
Yeah.
So you're good with the kids. You got that down packed. You have the traffic school that takes most of your time. So you know how much time you need to allocate to the tax, and you need to know how much time to allocate to the cleaning. Because even though you don't go do the cleaning, but you still have to coordinate the schedule when people call off and whatever.
Make phone calls and then look for more customers, you know. This is my job.
Okay.
But it's not that much, but still required some responsibility from me.
So what does Anna like to do when she's not dealing with the traffic school, not dealing with taxes and immigration and cleaning, not being a mother, not being a wife? What does Anna like to do? And
I always find a way to do my thing, even though I'm at the school. I'm at the drive. I love music. I was telling Anna earlier, I love music in general. Doesn't matter what kind of music. I just love music.
So any genre.
I will prepare a test. And I will listen to music, and my husband will say, how can you do both at the same time? I say, okay, that gives him energy. That keeps me going.
Yeah.
Because that's what I like. I love music. I love to cook.
Okay.
And I love shopping.
So when we come back, we're going to get the dirt on what Anna likes to do.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Real Talk with Derline Lewis, and my guest here is Anna. And I didn't give you her title yet because she wears many hats, but we will get her title when we come back. We'll be right back.
Real talk. She's so cool, and she rocks. Italian beauty, name is Italian beauty. Let's go. She's so cool, and she rocks.
We are back with Real Talk with Derline Lewis, and my guest is Anna. She is a mother of 4 fabulous kids. Daughter, son, daughter, son. She played it right. That's how she got them in that order. She's a wife. She is a business owner. She owns several businesses. Some she co-owns with her husband. So, can you be the boss? Yes, you can. Can you be a lady? Yes, you can. Can you be a mama? Yes, you can. Can you be a wife? Yes, you can. You can be anything that you want to be as long as you set your mind to it.
Yep.
And you allocate time for every little part of it. And you make time for cooking, shopping, and singing and dancing.
Everything that you like.
Everything that you like. Talk to me. Talk to me.
It took me 2 years to realize that I'm not supposed to give all my time to the business.
Stop right there. It took you 2 years. What was happening 2 years before, a year before that?
Because I was constantly tired.
Yes.
When I get home, you see you have a phone and the phone keep ringing. You have no assistant to answer the phone.
Yes.
It's on you, 8 o'clock, you still have to answer the phone.
Yes.
You're at home, you're on your bed, you're on vacation. I said, oh no. So you have a business, but you still like a slave.
So you didn't have a business. You were self-employed.
Yeah. You didn't have the flexibility to go on vacation, to do things that you like to do, to take a day off. That was oh no, I don't think it's supposed to be that way.
So you would come forward 2 years and you're like, oh no, the light bulb pops up.
Because the idea when you have a business, it's okay. I don't want to be nobody's slave.
Yes.
I want to be able to do my thing on my own time. And then when you start business, is that the way it should be?
Well, usually when you first start, you're wearing all the hats. But you're supposed to position yourself to where you can delegate. Some people don't know how to delegate. There's this saying, and I don't know who came up with it, and whoever knows it can tell me. if you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. No. If you want something done right, you do it yourself. You train somebody else how to do it, and they might be better than you at it, and you pay them well.
Okay, so exactly.
So with time allocation, you're able to sit with your husband and you're able to tell him what? You're a visionary, right?
Exactly. So I told him I can't be the secretary
And the treasurer, and the bookkeeper, and the accountant.
and like the customer service
Oh my God,
to handle
yes.
all the issues. And I said, you need to give me time. And finding that time means you got to hire somebody.
Yeah.
To do my job. And you know, to do my job, we needed 3 people to do my job.
Well, that's what usually happens. That's what any job you're at, when they let you go, they have to bring in 2-3 people to do your job that you were doing. All you said you wanted an extra 10-20%
Yes.
increase. They said no, they couldn't afford it. But now they got to bring 3 people, paying them more plus health insurance to do your job.
Exactly.
So you are the visionary. You can sit down. You need time to think.
Yep.
And you need to process.
And I'm quick.
Okay. When you're in your element. But when you're being pulled 15 different
Busy,
directions,
I can't
you
do nothing because I'm handling too many things at once.
So he heard you. So I'm going to look into my camera and I'm going to give kudos to your husband. Anna's husband. Thank you for listening to her, because now I'm sure the business is a lot smoother and she's able to be Anna, the woman, Anna the wife, Anna the mother, Anna the visionary for the businesses, and Anna, I'm sure you're the manager. You still have to deal with the people who you hired.
Yes.
But it's good though, because you can delegate.
Yeah, exactly. And like I was saying, customer service is a good part of the business.
Yes.
So it takes time really to delegate that task.
Part, yeah.
Because, you know, it's not their business. They don't understand it the same way. And there's a way that you will handle things. You expect that person to do the same. I'm still working on that, actually.
Well, I have a little tip for
yeah.
you. Incentives. If you go to most of the government buildings, they have, I was at the school board, and they have a WAVE, W-A-V-E, and it's an acronym for the different types of services you give. I forgot what I just saw it today. Normally, if I read it and I write it, if I read it and write it, I remember things. So W-A-V-E. V was value, and I forgot what E was, and W was probably welcome. But you see what I'm saying? Find an acronym, and then people can do surveys. And then how many surveys they get in the quarter or however you want to do it, you give them a little gift card, $50 to Publix or whatever, something.
Yeah.
Incentives. That, because yes, it's not their business. They come in, whether they do a good job or not, they get paid. Some people don't even care. They'll walk off the job because this is not my job. I don't need. And then you have customers that are very rude, and they'll come and they'll just attack people. Like when I'm having a really bad day and my softwares are not working, I sent emails. I did everything they asked me to do. When I finally get somebody on the phone, I have a disclaimer. I said, Joanne or Philip or Mark, I'm Derline. I'm very upset right now. So I don't need you to read me a script. I know you're trying to do your job the best you can. This is the problem I'm having. I need you to either transfer me to the direct department that can handle that if you're not the person to do so. And then I'm quiet. You see, I'm calm. Because this is probably like my 7th call, and I document, my office staff will tell you, I document every day what we do at what time. So I called this company and I spoke with so-and-so. I was on the phone for 20 minutes. This is what they told me they were going to do. 3 days later.
So nothing hasn't been
I said, Philip, I'm not mad at you. This is nothing to do with you. And it's on a recorded call. So hopefully they use that for training purposes.
Okay. Yeah, but you know, it's very important that you mentioned,
Yes.
it's don't take it personal.
Don't take it personally.
I have nothing against you. I know you're doing your job.
And keep in mind, that person's a human being on the other phone. They're not a robot. And a lot of times, most of our customer service calls go to India and Philippines and China. And there's an accent or there's a language barrier. And they're reading a script. And they said, I'm sorry you're having difficulty. And after hearing that for the 15th time, I'm like, please stop reading that to me.
Okay, just transfer me to the person that can help. Really, you know, waste your time.
But they have a manager that's they probably have to keep you on the line for 3 minutes or whatever the deal is before they transfer you.
They need to try something.
They need to try something. Yes.
Yeah, but customer service is very important, and thank God we're good on that.
Good.
And we manage.
Good.
Actually, we are 5-star.
Oh, nice. Yeah. See, husband, thank you again. Giving your visionary wife the opportunity and the space she needs to envision the best move for your business.
Exactly.
So
He's
Anna,
the one that came up with the driving school. I joined the business. That was his idea.
To teach people how to drive?
But with me, we grow the business.
Okay.
The business started to grow. And it's not just teaching people how to drive.
That's what I was going to ask you. What else?
Thank
so we're
you.
going to talk about the business.
Thank you.
But I usually hear traffic school, but then when I hear driving school, for some reason my brain thinks two different things. When I hear driving school, I'm thinking you're just teaching people how to drive. When I hear traffic school, I'm thinking you're teaching them how to drive. If they had a violation, they can go to school for that. And so explain to us what your business is. Okay, start with the name of the business, the phone number. So look into your camera, the name of the business, the phone number, and then what you guys do.
Okay, so that's a very important topic.
Yes.
The business name is Shekina One Driving School and Traffic.
Okay.
So we are a driving school and a traffic school as well.
Okay.
So now when people hear driving school, they're only thinking teaching people how to drive.
Yes.
And
That's what my
traffic
brain
school
is.
is traffic violation.
Yep.
If you get a citation, you get to a school, you pay, you take a class, and you get your points removed.
Yes.
So Shekina One Driving School, it's more than that.
Okay, tell us.
It's not just a driving school or traffic school. We also third party. So third party means that we are certified, authorized, and licensed by the state of Florida. So people, instead of going to the DMV to get the service that they need, like to get the permit or the driver license, or the driving test, the road test, so they can instead come to the school, do the test at the school, the permit test at the school, and also the driving test at the school.
What if I need to reinstate my license?
That we don't do.
Okay, so you're third party, but not to the full extent.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
There's some services, and we can't print license.
Okay,
You
so
still
that's
have
why
to
you
do.
still have to go to
You take the
DMV
test at the school, but you go to the DMV
to get your picture taken, and then get
you know
the
they have
license.
to check your.
No, I get it. I
your
get it.
paperwork.
And do
things
you
like
do
that.
it in multi-languages?
We do 3 languages now,
English.
like English, Creole, and Spanish.
Beautiful.
And then I think in February next year, because in the state of Florida, they don't have the test in French. They only have it in 6 languages. French is not one of them.
Really?
But in 2024, by April, they will add French. So as soon as they add French, we will add French to
So they do it, okay, 6, I'm curious, and my brain is turning. So let me see if I can guess the 6. So English, Creole.
Haitian Creole. that's
Haitian
what they
Creole,
call
yeah.
it.
No, it is Haitian Creole because there's a different Creole. So English, Haitian Creole, Spanish, Portuguese.
Arabic.
Arabic?
There's no Portuguese.
No Portuguese. So
No.
Arabic, Mandarin Chinese,
Nope. Vietnamese.
Vietnamese. Oh, wow.
And then Russian.
Russian. I didn't know we had that many
Yeah, this
Russians
is crazy.
here.
When I'm looking at the thing,
Demographic. No, but
like-
they have a reason why they do that. Because I deal with IRS a lot, with IRS issues. There's so many languages. I want to say 36 languages that they have representation. They don't have Haitian Creole. Because remember, IRS is federal. So when they look at their federal demographic, our little Haitian population, it's on a very low scale. So they try to offer me a job, but they couldn't pay me
But
enough.
you know, Florida is one of the states that have the test in Creole. Not all the states.
Yeah.
I think Massachusetts have them in Creole.
Okay.
But New York, like up north, they only
Really?
have English, Spanish, and then French. But Creole, Florida is the top.
Okay, good. Well, because we
Yeah.
probably have more Haitian people here.
Yeah,
I
probably.
think the way they justify this is they look at the demographic, which is very important when the census comes up. I'm going to look at my camera. Every 10 years, there's a census. And a lot of times people are scared because they're here illegally and they don't want to put that information. But that's how they know how much money to ask. That's how the states and the counties and the cities know how much money to ask of the federal government to say, hey, these are the type of people I have here. These are the type of programs I need. I'm not an illegal immigrant, so I don't know your fear. I'm sorry. And I can't say that I understand what you're going through because I don't. But if your household can do whatever they can when a Creole speaking person comes to you, or Portuguese or Spanish or Russian, Arabic, and they're speaking your language to try to get you to fill out the paperwork. Money has been allocated to pay them, to train them, because I used to be an enumerator for the Census Bureau back in 2010, I think. And so to go knock doors, to speak to you in your language, to explain to you what those information mean, because that's how we get money. So you said French is coming. I guarantee you, I guarantee you, a lot of Canadians who live half the year in Canada and half the year mostly in Florida say, hey, I need stuff in French. They speak enough English, but they probably want to take it in French, in their native tongue.
They speak English, but
some of them are probably from parts of Canada that only that the main language is French. So if enough of them demand it, that's why French is coming.
Yeah, French is coming in 2024.
Okay.
So that's a good thing. But Florida, we have the Creole.
Yes.
And we're happy with it.
Yes.
But what I want to say, a lot of people, they don't know that the same service that you can get at a DMV, a local DMV, you can get even more and better. Why do I say better?
Well, let me tell you, because you're smaller. The DMV is like a sardine can. You have a number. You're waiting in line. The wait. So yours, you already talked about the customer service
barrier too.
You don't have the language barrier. They do have some people who speak Creole, but it's probably, let's say, 3 or 4. No, I've been there and I've seen a couple.
And let's say you schedule your driving test, and then the examiner speaks only English. If you request Creole, they're gonna tell you to make another appointment.
Yeah,
because they're not gonna just switch you automatically.
The person out. I know.
That's not fair.
So listen, do you know why people don't know about your business? JMHD Production, for Jasper TV, the 1348. I'm just telling you, you need to tell the people that you're here, and when you tell them you're here, you need to tell them why you're here. Because yes, I don't mind going to the DMV. I make my appointment. I speak enough English. But if I can spend less time, remember I told you we're each given 24 hours. 24 hours, okay? 24 hours, that's all we're giving. So if I can spend 20 minutes at your place and get what I need to get done, I'd rather do that than go spend an hour and 30 minutes waiting and then to go see somebody for 5 minutes.
Exactly, and you do it on your own schedule.
Yeah.
Though, the DMV, they don't open on Saturday.
But
private
that's
school,
what you
we
need
open
to
Saturday.
say that.
And they don't need an appointment to come to us. They just decided, okay, I want to do my license today, and then they just
look into your camera again and tell people why they should come to Shakina One Driving School. Tell them.
So first of all, when you come to us, it's your language. We speak Creole. And then you don't have to be afraid that
you don't just speak Creole. Speak all the languages:
Creole,
Spanish, English, and Creole, Haitian Creole.
Three languages. And also, you don't need an appointment. You do not need to wait online.
Oh wow!
And you get the service right away.
Okay.
And then this is quiet and then clean.
Customer service.
Exactly.
You open after hours.
After hours.
You open on Saturdays. You gotta tell them the plugs.
So it's the package. When you go take the test at the DMV, you just study at home and you go take the test.
Yeah.
But at the school, we prepare you for the test.
Okay.
We prepare you in order for you to pass the test.
Yes.
We want you to pass that test.
Nice.
And then we will make sure that we teach you well so you pass the test.
And it's
that's
in your
where
language.
You came from.
Yeah.
You came to the school to pass a test.
Yes.
So you got to pass the test.
Okay.
Yes.
I like that.
And then we don't give you put you in a class where you're going to be with a TV watching videos. It's a live teacher.
Live instructor.
Live instructor that will explain to you if you have any questions.
Yeah.
And
what does these lines mean? What does these signs
the
mean?
traffic
the
signs.
octagon and the zigzags on the road and stuff. And this is Florida, but when you go up north, like New Hampshire, I had to go to New Hampshire and stuff. They had certain signs on there that's for deer passing and all this stuff.
Oh, we have that too in Florida.
Oh, we do?
Oh, yeah, we
do. Northwest, central, like past Orlando.
Even right here, West. I live in Westlake. We have that.
Deers?
Yeah, Wellington, they have deers.
I know Wellington has horses, but okay. Anyway, so you need to know what those signs are, because in Haiti, I'm sure you didn't have any deer signs on the roads and stuff like that. So we covered one business. So we got the traffic school done. Everybody got it? Okay. Now what's the next business? You want to talk about the cleaning business?
The cleaning business,
Okay,
yeah.
so you clean individual, commercial. What do you do?
Oh, we don't really have commercials, but we have
So you do
partnership with,
residential?
residential.
Okay.
Cleaning is not just go
Wiping
around
down
with
the
the
stuff. I
broom
know,
and then
I know.
you just get rid of the dust and then mop. It's more than that.
Okay, my mother had a cleaning business for 30 years. And
So you know what I'm talking about.
listen. You know how kids were looking forward to spring break and summers and weekends? We didn't, because we had to go to work with her. And then as we got older, she let us have a break. But she would clean the top of the fridge. She would pull out the fridge. Not every cleaning, but I think every twice a month or whatever it was called, a deeper cleaning. She pulls out the fridge.
We have spring cleaning and
Yeah,
end
you
of the year
pull out
cleaning.
pull out the fridge and clean the wall, because you know the AC has ventilation. I mean, the fridge has a ventilation in the back, and it blows dust on the wall. She wipes that. She wipes the floor. I was like, oh my god! And the ceiling fans and the AC things and.
Yeah, that's why I said most
they
of
might
people
not
they
clean
don't
that.
know
Yeah.
how to clean, because there's a way to clean, there's a pattern to follow, and you see somebody come. They said that they clean the kitchen, and you have the toaster bread. You take it, you move it a little bit,
And
there's
underneath it, there's
breadcrumbs.
breadcrumbs. Okay, I got you.
They just clean around
or they don't
everything.
take the tray out. That
They don't take
collects
the
it.
tray
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
They don't do the baseboards. How can
Oh,
you
yeah.
clean? You don't do
Yeah.
baseboards.
Okay.
Or they don't do the fans.
Okay,
The
so if-
fans distribute
the
dust.
dust. So if somebody needs to reach you with your cleaning business, how do they do that? Look into your camera.
Okay, so for the cleaning business, if you need a cleaning, you can call 561-769-0630. That's for the cleaning business.
Okay.
And how the cleaning business is Glory Home.
Glory Home.
Glory Home. That means
Okay.
after we cleaned your space, you gotta be able to see glory. Glory means beauty. And then whatever things you move,
We put it back
should
into
be
place.
clean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
covered the traffic school and driving school. We covered the Glory Home cleaning, and then you're gonna talk about your multi-service.
Okay, multi-service, it's like a part-time, not full-time, because taxes is just seasonal.
And do you do
And
just
then-
individual taxes?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I
1040s?
do sole proprietorship
Yeah, so
tax,
1040s.
but I don't do LLCs and then like businesses,
Corporations.
corporation, we
Okay.
don't do that.
So you do 1040s.
1040s.
Mm-hmm.
And for immigration, we do TPS, we do employment authorization card, we do the
Do you
humanitarian
have somebody
parole.
who's a paralegal or an immigrant person, or you guys just went and trained and learned?
No,
how to
it's
do it?
just me. I
Okay.
don't have anybody that
Okay.
really,
Okay.
yeah.
So how do they reach you for the tax business? Look into your camera.
Yeah, it's the same phone number you can call
the cleaning?
for the cleaning.
Okay.
It's the same phone number you call 561-769-0630. That's for the cleaning and the tax services. But the driving school is a different phone number.
Okay. Give
Yeah.
them the
If
driving
you
school.
want to reach the driving school, you call 561-729-0740. 561-729-0740. If you rather send a text via WhatsApp, you can do 561-633-3087.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this was Real Talk with Derline Pierre Lewis. My guest was Anna. So Anna Dorvilliers.
Yes.
She talked to you about how she handles being a woman, being a wife, being a mother of 4, running 3 businesses, and how she makes time to cook because she enjoys to cook.
Oh, yes.
And she makes time to go shopping. As you can see, she's well put together. And she makes time for herself and her girlfriends. Ladies and gentlemen, work and life balance. If you like comedy, go to a comedy show once a month. My son and I used to just take a weekend. We have our pizzas and our wings and popcorn or whatever and just watch comedy shows on HBO back to back to back to back.
Wow.
That was our thing. We did that. I don't think we did that once a month. We did that once in a while when they had new shows coming in, new comedians. So we'd go back and watch old comedians. Whatever makes you happy needs to be guilt-free. If you can't do it for a whole day, do it for half a day. If you don't have half a day, do it for an hour. Give yourself 10 minutes that is yours. You're not sharing it with a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a friend or a sister. It's yours. Be selfish. Self-care is being selfish. I know selfish has a negative connotation, but when you take care of yourself, let's be honest. When you wake up in the morning, you slept well, you're well rested, you had your cup of coffee or your cup of tea, or you went for your walk, whatever makes you feel you're ready to help the world. You can tackle on anything. Any negative attitude, anything that comes at you, you're ready. You know why?
Yep.
Because you build up your inner muscles, your mental, your physical, your spiritual. You are a whole person, and now you can handle everybody else. Husband come, gotcha. Kids, gotcha.
Yeah, because
Work,
you're ready.
gotcha. You're ready.
Yeah, you don't let people get into you.
You
Yeah.
fit. So it was an honor to be here with you. I'm so glad you made time out of your busy schedule.
Yeah.
To be with us here. I know it's been juggling, but thank you. I appreciate that because time is
Thank
precious.
you. Thank you for having me.
Oh,
and
you're
thank
welcome.
you for giving me that time, that
Oh, you're
opportunity.
welcome. You're welcome.
And to share with everybody else
Yes.
that's listening.
Yes.
And besides of everything that I just said, I shared with you, besides of all that, I'm a Christian. So I pray, I put God first on every single thing. To find balance that we're talking about.
Yes,
we
that's
only
your
can get
spirituality.
balance through God.
Yeah.
And then everything that we're doing, it's through Him. So besides of everything else that keep me going every day.
That's your fuel.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
You're watching Real Talk with Derline Lewis. Like I said, it is a pleasing pleasure to have you in the audience because without you, we have no show. We're just two heads talking. Have a great day on purpose.